It's been 30 days since the outbreak. 30 days since I saw my hometown on the news, burning, screaming, disappearing under headlines. And now I'm walking back. The highway leading there is cracked and silent. Grass grows through the asphalt, and every step sounds too loud, like I'm stepping on bones instead of gravel. The world's quiet now. Too quiet. You don't notice how loud life used to be until it's gone. The buzz of traffic, the hum of air conditioners, dogs barking, people arguing. Now it's just wind and distant groans from things that shouldn't still move. I stop at an old rest stop, about 10 miles out. The vending machines are shattered, but the glass glitters in the sunlight like nothing's wrong. There's a smell in the air, stale rot mixed with metal and dust. The kind of smell you get used to, but never stop noticing. I take out the photo from my pack. It's creased from being opened too many times. My mom, dad, and little sister, Emily. We took it the day before everything went to hell. Mom's holding a pie, smiling like she knew I'd never see that smile again. That photo's the only reason I'm going back. The sign appears after an hour of walking. Welcome to Ashwood. Population 12,406. Someone spray painted over it in red. 12 left. 12. I don't know if that's a joke or a prophecy. The closer I get, the worse it looks. Burned out cars on the sides of the road, window shattered, a school bus half buried in weeds. I pass a skeleton slumped against a stop sign, wearing a hoodie that says Ashwood High. I went to that school. I whisper to myself, "You're almost there. Just keep walking." Talking to yourself helps. Not because you expect an answer, but because silence feels like death. I reach the outskirts by late afternoon. The houses are husks, blackened shells. The air smells like burned wood and rain. There's the gas station, the one I used to walk to after practice for slushies. The same place where Mr. Harris, the owner, used to complain about taxes and hand out free gum. The door's hanging off the hinges now. Inside, the shelves are empty, and flies buzz around something behind the counter. I pick up a candy bar from the floor. It's covered in dust, but still wrapped. Funny how things that meant nothing before feel like treasure now. I eat half of it, save the rest. That's survival now. I'm rationing everything. When the sun starts to fall, I see the road split. Left goes downtown, right goes to the old neighborhoods. My neighborhood? I stopped there for a long time, staring down that right-hand road. My stomach twists. That road is where it all started for me. School, friends, home. It's also where it all ended. I whisper, "Hang on, Mom, I'm coming." And I turn right. The first house I see used to belong to the Millers. They had a dog named Max, barked at everything. Now the house is half collapsed, and Max's leash is still tied to the porch railing. No sign of Max. The air is thick and humid, heavy with decay. You can almost taste the rot in the back of your throat. I move carefully, gun drawn. Only 8 bullets left. I count them like prayers. Most houses have doors hanging open, curtains fluttering. I don't go inside. You learn not to. Whatever's in there, human or not, doesn't want company. Down the blocks, I see the old yellow school bus tipped on its side. Windows shattered, dried blood smeared across the front. I walk past fast, but my eyes still catch a pink backpack hanging from one of the seats. Emily had a pink backpack. I force myself to keep walking. The silence gets under your skin here. It's not just the lack of sound. It's the feeling that everything's watching you. The houses, the trees, even the wind. Halfway down the street, I hear it. The soft drag of footsteps behind me. Slow, uneven. I duck behind a rusted car and hold my breath. 2 of them shuffle into view. Torn clothes, gray skin, eyes like wet glass. They move in jerks, sniffing the air. I grip my gun, finger ready, but I don't shoot. Ammo's worth more than courage now. When they finally pass, I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. My hands are shaking. I start moving again, past the burned-out grocery store, past the church where we used to have Christmas plays. The stained glass windows are shattered, saints' faces lying in pieces on the sidewalk. Then I see it, my street. The houses here are mostly standing, though scorched. The old oak tree in front of ours is still there, half its leaves gone. The mailbox still says, "Reed family." The front door's open. I freeze. Something moves inside, a shadow, quick and low. I whisper, "Please be them." Gun raised, I step forward. The smell hits first. Mold, old smoke, and something sweet and rotten. I move slowly through the hallway, gun up. The family photos are still on the walls. Birthdays, Christmases, graduations. Dust covers everything, but the faces still smile. In the living room, the TV's smashed. The couch flipped. A coffee mug lies shattered on the floor. I remember it. It said, "World's Best Dad." I hear movement in the kitchen. My heart jumps into my throat. I creep closer, boots crunching on broken glass. Then I see him, sitting on the floor back against the fridge, pale and thin. My dad. Dad? He looks up, eyes wide. For a second I think he's one of them. Then he blinks and whispers, "Jake!" My gun drops. I rush to him. "You're alive." He tries to stand but collapses. I catch him. He's lighter than he should be. His legs wrapped in a dirty bandage, dark with blood. He gives a weak laugh. "I didn't think I'd see you again." I help him to a chair. "Where's Mom?" "Emily?" He looks down. The silence stretches. My stomach turns cold. "They didn't make it," he finally says. His voice cracks on the last word. "We tried to leave. The road was blocked. I told them to run for the woods. They didn't get far. I can't breathe. My hands shake so bad I almost drop the canteen." He grips my arm. "You shouldn't have come back." I shake my head. "I had to. I couldn't just..." He cuts me off with a small smile. "You always were stubborn." I find some water in my pack, pour a little into his mouth. He winces but drinks. Then he tells me what happened. The first week, the army came. Told everyone to stay inside. Then the power went out. The soldiers left. The screams started. He buried them himself behind the garden, the same spot Mom used to grow roses. When he says that, I can't stop the tears. I don't even try. He reaches for my hand. "You have to go, Jake. Don't stay here." But I can't leave him. "Not again." I tell him I'll find medicine, food, something. He nods, but I can see it in his eyes. He doesn't believe there's anything left that can help. As I step outside, I glance toward the backyard. 2 small mounds of dirt under the dead rose bushes. I whisper, "I'm sorry," and start walking toward Main Street. The road to Main Street feels longer than it used to. Maybe because every step echoes. Maybe because I know what I'm walking into. I pass the old coffee shop where I used to meet my friends. The sign still hangs crooked. Open 7 a.m., 9 p.m. Inside, everything's frozen mid-motion. Mugs half full, chairs knocked over. A newspaper from day 3 of the outbreak lying on the counter. Headlines read, "Officials urge calm as containment begins." Yeah, that went well. I grab a lighter from behind the counter and slip it into my pocket. You never walk away empty-handed now. The pharmacy's just down the street. The windows are boarded, and someone spray-painted "Help" inside across the door. That could mean survivors, or a trap. I listen for sound, nothing. Gun raised, I push the door open. Inside, shelves are stripped bare. Floor sticky with dried blood. A half-empty first aid kit lies open near the register. Then I hear something. The faint click of metal. "Don't move," a voice says. I freeze. A girl steps out from behind the counter. Maybe 20, wearing a torn denim jacket and holding a small pistol. Her hair's matted, face dirty, but her eyes are sharp. "You alone?" she asks. "Yeah," I answer. "You?" She lowers the gun a little. "Used to be 2 of us." "Not anymore," I nod slowly. "My name's Jake." Mara. We study each other for a moment, 2 ghosts trying to figure out if the other one's real. Finally, she says, "What are you looking for?" "Medicine. Antibiotics. My dad's infected." She doesn't laugh or question it. She just points toward the back. "Clinic 2 blocks down. Might still have stock." I glance at her weapon. "You coming?" She shrugs. "Why not?" Place is quieter with 2 guns. We move together through the side alley, stepping over trash cans and bodies. It's strange walking with someone again, hearing another pair of footsteps. For weeks, it's just been me and silence. The clinic looks worse than the pharmacy. Door smashed open, smell thick with rot. Flies everywhere. We move in carefully, flashlights low. The reception area is full of dried blood. A wheelchair lies tipped over in the corner. Mara whispers, "Check the back rooms." "I'll cover." I nod and move down the hall. Cabinets torn open, drawers emptied. Then behind a locked door, I find it. A small stash of medical supplies. Expired, but still sealed. Amoxicillin, gauze, painkillers. I stuff what I can into my bag. Suddenly, a crash echoes from the front. "Mara?" I call. She doesn't answer. I run back. She's there, kneeling beside a walker. It's still twitching. Or was until she put an arrow through its skull. She looks up at me. "We should go." We leave fast, slipping into the street before more come. Outside, the wind's picking up. The smell of rain, heavy and metallic, drifts through the air. Mara looks at me, eyes tired. "You sure about going back?" "Yeah," I say. She shakes her head. "You're either brave or stupid." "Both," I tell her. She smirks. "Good luck, Jake." And just like that, she's gone. disappearing down the alley without another word. I stand there for a long time, listening to the rain start to fall. Then I turn toward home. By the time I get back, the sky's black and full of thunder. The house glows faintly from the candle I left burning. Dad's still there, half asleep on the couch. He opens his eyes when I walk in. "You made it." "Barely." I pull out the medicine, crush a pill into some water, and help him drink. He tries to smile, but it's weak. We sit there in silence, just listening to the rain hit the roof. It feels almost normal, like the world outside doesn't exist. He starts talking, quietly, slowly. Tells me about the first week, how Mom wouldn't leave the house, how Emily kept asking if the army would save them, how they hid in the basement while neighbors screamed outside. Then his voice trails off. "You did what you could," I say. He looks at me, eyes glassy. "Doesn't feel like it." I shake my head. "We're still here. That has to mean something." He gives a soft laugh. "Maybe." Then, after a pause, "I'm proud of you, Jake." We talk for hours and about small things, stupid things. The fishing trips we never finished. The time I broke his windshield trying to throw a baseball through a hoop. We even laugh once or twice. For a little while it feels like before, but it doesn't last. Around midnight his breathing changes. Faster, shallow. His hand starts to shake. I know what it means. I grab the gun and set it on the table, but I can't pick it up. He looks at me, really looks at me, and whispers, "Don't let me turn." Tears sting my eyes. "Dad, please." He squeezes my hand. "Promise me." My throat closes up. I nod. He smiles one last time. "Good boy." When it's done, I bury him next to Mom and Emily. The rain stopped, and the air smells clean again. The roses are gone, just mud now. But I plant 3 small stones over the graves. For a long time I just sit there. The world feels heavier, but quieter too. Somewhere in the distance I hear a faint howl, maybe wind, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Nothing left here can hurt me worse than I already am. Morning comes slow. The sky's gray, the kind of gray that never really turns to daylight anymore. I pack what's left, a few cans, some ammo, the lighter, and the photo. Always the photo. I take one last walk through the house. Touch the doorframe, where Mom marked our heights growing up. Mine stops at 6 feet. Emily's stops at 4.5. Her handwriting's next to it. "Beat you soon." I smile for the first time in weeks. A real one, small but real. Outside, the street's quiet. No movement, no sound. The world feels emptied. I start walking toward the edge of town. When I pass the park, I stop by the swing set. The chains creak in the wind. I sit down for a moment and close my eyes. The memories flood back. Summer nights, barbecue smoke, laughter, all gone now. But for a second, I can almost hear it again. When I reach the old water tower, I climb it. The steps groan, but hold. From the top, I can see everything. The town, the forest, the horizon where the smoke from other cities still rises. I pull out my recorder. The red light blinks. "Day 30, I say. My voice sounds tired, but steady. Ashwood's gone. My family's gone. But I'm still here. I don't know why, or for how long. Maybe that's enough." I pause, looking out at the empty world. "If anyone finds this, keep going. Don't come back. There's nothing left here but ghosts." I stop the recording, sling my pack over my shoulder, and take one last look at Ashwood. It's not home anymore, but it'll always be where I started. As I walk down the road, the wind picks up. The sound almost feels like voices, like they're walking with me. I don't look back. Not once, because sometimes surviving isn't about holding on. It's about knowing when to let go, and I'm ready.